This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to today's pit stop for Tuesday, November 21st, 2017. I can't believe how fast the days are ticking away. We are here to cover today's sim racing news, and thank you for being part of the pit crew, being here in today's live stream, being part of the communication and the conversation about today's news. So I will move right into today's news. Actually, real quick, I'll really quickly bring up the Simpit viewer map just to give you an idea that we are covering all over the world, getting more and more submissions from people all of the time, and just want to let you guys know I really appreciate you being here, being part of the show, and again, adding to what is the live streams at the Simpit. So, today's news. Why is my chat not showing up on my stream? Oh, I had an internet outage that went on right before the stream. There we go. Chat has been re-enabled, so sorry about that. Right before this stream, I lost power. Literally 3 minutes before, I was still trying to get my internet up and running. It wasn't the power, actually. It was my internet went out. Had to reboot the modem, had to get all that going, had my project all ready to go, and when I came back, things weren't working 100%, as you can see. So, luckily, we avoid most of those kind of technical frustrations here, but we did have a little hiccup there this morning. Anyway, talking today's news, first thing comes to us from iRacing. And hello and welcome to the show, guys. And this is a cool video here. If you don't know Rico Abreu, he is a dirt track racer. And he is a small guy. And he runs them. He's very popular. A lot of people know him. Anyway, we yesterday talked about the dirt car, the dirt modified, the dirt midget, coming to iRacing. And so here's a shot of Rico driving that car. You can see he's a good sim racer too, not just a good real life racer, but a good sim racer. And there he is running on what looks like a G27 with it just sitting on the floor, up on a fold up table. So again, some of the best run on the simplest of setups. Anyway, cool video if you want to check it out. Hear what he has to say and watch him run those dirt cars. There it is, and you can check that out. Next up, over on R Factor. I love teaser photos, so let's play. What do you think it is? What can you see in this picture? Teaser of, I'm assuming, a track that is coming over to R Factor. Yes, please be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, people. We need to grow this channel. We need to get bigger and stronger, and the more viewers, the more subscribers, the easier it'll be to get things in for review, the easier it'll be to get support for the show, and then we can really start growing and doing even more. If you had any idea how far I was behind right now, as I do these shows, I sit three to 6 weeks behind where my brain thinks I should be with the Simpit, and I'm just missing all sorts of shows that I want to be doing. The big one, vote is Australia. That's a good vote. I mean, I can tell you it's not America. These are international signs. We got some street lights, so we know it's a track that is nearby or overlaps streets, maybe even a street course of sorts, which would be very exciting. And Le Mans, that's a good vote. I think that's a good guess. You would have that street and road course feel, street lights on the side. Very cool to speculate on what it could be. But we've watched R Factor 2 really starting to get into that stride. You know, they're a little slow out of the gates, admittedly, by me. And now they are really starting to create some content and really pick up that sim. And I think it'll be very interesting in a year or two to reevaluate R Factor 2 where it is. I see 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I see a few palm trees out in the distance. That could be a dead giveaway. I don't know how many palm trees there are at Le Mans. That would put Australia or California or Florida. But we know, I can tell you that's not America. I do see like what looks like a double-decker bus. That could be a clue of sorts. From the Bahamas. Do we know tracks in the Bahamas? Dubai, perhaps? It shows a bus. It looks like it's even a double-decker bus. Anyway, fun game. I love playing the speculation game. Who makes this stop sign? Or whatever, this circle with a white dash. Where is that common? Do we know? Anyway, all right, that's the end of the fun there. You guys can keep your guesses coming just to keep it going in the stream. If you didn't hear it yesterday, there is a paint competition going on in R Factor 2, so paint up one of the new GT3 class cars, I believe, and you can win some Fnatic gear. So that would be very, very cool as well. Next up, I've talked about it a few days in a row, and I've been a little vague on the details, so I tried to look a little bit more into the F1 esports and who's doing it, where it's going on, and what's at stake. And, you know, I've been talking about 2018 being the year of gaming, official gaming. Anyway, big prize at stake. So right now the Formula One Abu Dhabi esport event is going on, and I had the list of names that were in it. Here we have driver profiles, but Paddock Club ticket to the event, the right to be a non-driver character in next year's game, which could be cool, have your game in it, to be the first esport champion, big deal, and automatic qualification to the semifinal for next year. In addition, the winner will also win Ultimate F1 Weekend at Race of Winner's Choice for next year, excluding Australia, Singapore, and Brazil. 2 passes, 2 Paddock Club tickets, business class flights, hotel, transfers, and $2 grand in US equivalency. So this is a pretty big prize when you think about it. You win this event, and you go to a Formula One race of your pick as pretty much one of their VIPs, it seems, and some spending cash to go along with it. You get your likeness in next year's game, and you're automatically qualified for the finals for next year. So this is a pretty big deal, and it is a pretty big event, and I think it's something that we're going to see in the future. And just to give you an idea, I mean, I'm looking through these names very quickly. Brendan Lay, that's a big name in sim racing. A few of these I recognize. Harry Jacks, that's a huge name in sim racing. Let's look through. Patrick Holzman, he was a finalist in the Visa Vegas race, one of the top 10 in the world. So we have, and not to leave any names out, those are just me looking through very quickly. So this is F1 2017. Yes, it's a simple sim. I'm going to go ahead and say it, compared to an iRacing or even an Assetto Corsa. But it's bringing out big names, and the competition is going to get bigger and bigger over the years and time. So something we're going to want to stay on top of, and being the sim racing news, we want to cover competitions. Speaking of not to be left out, WRC has their own esports going on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Very, very sorry about that. Anyway, they are letting you guys vote on what track to run. Voting's open till Wednesday. Haven't looked into detail on this one, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Look more in detail as to what's going on with their esport. What is at stake? What can we win? Will we get recognition? Will it be a big deal, or are they just giving away t-shirts or something? So anyway, there's the things. If you go to their Twitter feed for WRC7, you can vote on what track they're running. Next up, World's Fastest Gamer. So you guys got to watch the race. I was out of town. We knew it was down to 2 between Frank and Rudy for the final. And right now, the judges are deliberating. This is a picture of at McLaren headquarters, and they're talking about who is going to win right now what I think is maybe the first or second biggest prize in all of sim racing so far. Bono Hui, who is not one of those finalists, I think he was down to the final 3, did not win, but he's the biggest cash winner. But this could be a whole career. This could be a lifelong career working with McLaren. And that does take it to the end of the sim racing news, technically, so to speak. I do want to give a congratulations. Somebody emailed me this, forget who did, but William Byron won the Xfinity Championship with JR Motorsport. This is a big deal. This kid is a sim racer and has done a great job in sim racing and in real life racing. And I did see a comment on one of the things. Someone was saying, well, he's just, you know, rich family paid for it. Yeah, you know what? Dale Earnhardt Jr. is one of my heroes, and not like everyone else. I mean, I know he's voted #1 popular driver year after year. That is not why Dale is my hero. He is my hero because he has been one of the biggest ambassadors of sim racing. and he has always embraced and loved sim racing. Some of his best friends, his spotter, TJ Majors, was a friend of his online racing before TJ was ever brought on, and now he's been a spotter for many years. Dale has made a lot of good friends in sim racing, and that's why he is one of my heroes. So I don't care how wealthy this kid's family were and what they did. You don't get to be an Xfinity champion without some serious skills. So let's put all that aside. Doesn't matter what his parents did when he was 12. He's doing that today. Again, JR's a top team, but still, great job for him. And more importantly, the fact that he is a real sim racer. Yesterday I talked about a few Black Friday deals. Fnatic having theirs, that was a big deal. Go over to Fnatic if you're looking. They have 4 different deals there. Very, very good. DS Simulation, they sent me a note saying they're having a 10% off sale. So if you're looking for any of their products, they're a reseller of a few things like Husingveld products. They make the JCL monitor stands and e-brake. All sorts of cool stuff from them. They do have some rigs as well. Some pretty serious cockpits. So anyway, if you're in the looking for any of these type of items, want 10% off, you can do that this week and get 10% off. That's kind of cool. iRacing still has their Black Friday renewal special going as well. And that is the end of the news. So real quick, I want to talk about SRS next season. Whoops, I put up the wrong graphic. That's the one I want. My schedule showed Bathurst. And as it turns out, Bathurst cannot be run. It is an illegal track as far as using in the way we're trying to use it. Not going to go into detail on that. But unfortunately, our top voter, Bathurst, cannot be run. So, it has been replaced with Road Atlanta. And that will be our first race of the season. That's going to be Thursday night. I will not be there Thursday because it is, I was going to say Halloween. It is Thanksgiving. I'll be with my family and loved ones, so I will not be on the race Thursday. But I will be there on Friday. So, but there is a track change. Our practice server, thank you to Big One Dennis. Our server's been updated, run Road Atlanta. And it's pretty simple to join in and do this racing with us. And if not, we will do a stream tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We're going to do practice and attack the track. Thursday and Friday at 6 p.m. will be the race. Thursday I will not be there. Friday I'll be there in the race and streaming it as well. So please join us for those streams, or even better, join us on Sim Racing System. Go to simracingsystem.com, join there, join our series and race with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to work on getting a video out before the race, helping those who haven't run with us figure out how to install and get everything running with that. Something I'm working on in the background right now as we speak. So that's that. Last thing, just last time, I'm probably going to plug this. Sometime between now and this weekend, I will have the Sim Tunnel Pizza Poll. The Sim Pizza Make the Perfect Sim Poll. I'm going to do a video on that, and I will have that out by this weekend for sure. So, next up, let's go back to our center screen. I want to do a giveaway. So last season in the Sim Racing Systems Ferrari 312 Historic Series, we had a really cutthroat season. It was a tough season for a lot of guys, but we did manage to have a handful of drivers. First of all, I want to congratulate George Vidal on just running away with the points this season. He just dominated the season. Doug Hawley, Cedric Blanchett, they had a pretty good race for second. John Hill in the chat here today came in 4th, Glenn Cooper in 5th, Fernando Dutch in 6th, Brian Happel in 7th, Vernon Knutson in 8th, Gordon Jacobson in 9th, and Dennis Van Zolen, Dennis, in 10th. Anyway, great results by those guys, and we did have 9 drivers get all 6 race weeks they scored points or raced the race, which means one of these 9 drivers is eligible to win a Simpit t-shirt. And that was the deal. I'm not giving away this season, but my deal will be when we get to consistently over 50 drivers in the sim racing system, which we're a far way away from, but when we get to 50 drivers driving our series, I'll put a shirt back on the line for the season. But until then, we're going to have to grow that series and grow this channel, and you can help, as you know. Anyway, so what I did was I found a random.org randomizer, and you can see I put in a minimum. I just wanted you guys to see. I'm going to go ahead and make this even bigger so you can really see it. And what I'm going to do, this was me just testing, so that is not the result. We have 9 drivers who scored in the points. Oh, I moved it so you can't see. And I have 1 through 9 here on the randomizer. And then, as soon as I hit generate, it's going to give me a number. And that number is going to be who sees, or I'm sorry, I'm reading your chat, who wins the t-shirt. So let's generate that number. Number 2. Going back to the spreadsheet. Let me shrink it down or put it in the right place. Oh, why can I not see it? I'm moving the wrong thing around. Oh, bear with me, guys. Technical difficulties by Cole. There we go. Number 2 is Doug Hawley wins the t-shirt. Congratulations, Doug. I will send you an email, or you can send me an email if you're seeing this, and I will get a t-shirt on the way. I'll need to know what size you want, and I will need to know your address to send it to you. So congratulations, Doug, and congratulations to everybody. George Vidal, honor last season's rule. If you would like a sticker, Simpit sticker, just send me an email. I'll send one to you as well, and your address, and I'll get those over to you as well. So congratulations to you guys, and more importantly, congratulations to everybody who ran with us this season, because we really did have a great season, a lot of fun racing, some great streams with it, and I think that this season will be even better. You guys voted on the car, you guys voted on the tracks, and we will see how it goes. So that's going to start Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with our Attack the Track and practice, and I hope you'll be there for that as well. Let me turn that off, and I'll just put the final graphic up for that. Anyway, that is it for today's news, unless you guys have anything else to talk about, any news or Black Friday deals you want. If you don't chime in now and you think of it later, please email me at Shaun, S-H-A-U-N, at thesimpit.com, and I'd love to add it to the show. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your contributions and your conversations during the show, and we'll be back tomorrow. This is The Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.